Hey guys, what's going on? Tony from WarcraftTV.com, and it looks like I'm in Scarlet Monastery. I am on my Horde Mage here, and let's see what we can do. Got a quest, kill some guy. These guys are already getting to it. Nice. Alright. So you've probably seen this video when I did it on my Alliance Mage. This time on my Horde Mage. She doesn't quite have all the spells my Alliance Mage does yet, but it's alright, she will sooner or later. And so if you haven't been in this one, you need to stay behind your tank. No, actually. You can just stand back here and cast away. Try and make sure you don't hit something your tank's not hitting, basically. That's the good thing about on the Horde side is if you got a Tauren tank, you know, they're a nice big target. You can always see where they are. I was having a hard time on the Alliance side with the gnomes. When you got a gnome tank or even a dwarf tank, it's kind of hard to see them sometimes. I always felt like putting a raid indicator on them, just so I knew where they were. At least with the Taurens, you always see where they are, and the orcs are pretty big too, so it makes it real easy to see where your tank is. It does get a little confusing when you've got like your healer is a Tauren, and maybe a DPS is a Tauren, things like that, because then you don't know which Tauren you're supposed to be following. Or if you're standing behind them and you can't see, like in a doorway, like right here in a doorway, you can't see what's in front of the guy. So, like some people target by clicking with their mouse. I try not to do that. I actually have a keybind for that. And that's what I try and do. So, I know you can hear me clicking away on my buttons here, just keyboard smashing. But it's one way to beat the latency. It's a habit from Burning Crusade. Just keyboard smash. It's a lot better than taking your time. I mean, it's not going to cost you any mana or anything to sit there and do it, because it waits for the spell anyway. Why am I fighting this guy by myself? There you go. Thank you. Come save me. Alright. Oh, put to sleep. Wow, we just keep pulling things. I don't know who's pulling everything. Anyways, not that it matters. We'll be fine in here. Okay, let's see. We already killed everybody on that side. My fault. Yeah, just whatever. Sorry for aggro. See, everybody's so nice. That's awesome. Yeah. You hardly ever see that in pugs, let alone just being on the Horde side. Usually it's you suck and you fail and whatever else they can come up with. So it's nice when you see people going, oops, my bad, and they're like, yeah, it's all good. Like that. One thing I noticed about warrior tanks and paladin tanks, a lot of times they switch targets on you a lot. As I can see, look, okay, he's not hitting that guy anymore, and now I pulled aggro. Good example. It looks like they're hitting him, and that's, you know, who they hit. Like with the paladins, they'll throw their shield and hit a couple of guys, and then they switch to different targets. And it's kind of like, as a range DPS, okay, who am I supposed to be hitting here? Because as soon as you think you know who the target is, they'll end up switching on you. At least with paladins, they can, you know, do some consecration and pull some AoE threat. With warriors, it's a little bit harder. What's he doing? Picking a plant. It's a little bit harder with warriors because really all they do is that, oh, I don't even know what it's called now. Thunderclap? something like that, where they stun the ground or whatever. See, he switched. This guy switched targets on me twice. Anyways, kind of a pain as a range DPS. When you got a warrior, you have to be extra careful. That's why you see hunters and mages, warlocks pulling aggro all the time, especially on a warrior. But if it's a really good warrior tank, then that's not that big of an issue because he's on it, you know. Say that thing. Well, that's funny though because he used his Torrent Stomp. Because he's a paladin, right? Yeah. He's a paladin, and he did his little Torrent Stomp, which is basically what warriors have anyway. That's, as ranged DPS, that's what I always look for. It's wait for them to do, like there, the paladin does the consecration. With the warriors, I wait for them to do that stomp. And, you know, that always works out. So. A little harder with druids. I mean, if they're good druids, you know, they've already got a mangle or something going on every target, which is nice. This guy's kind of going back and forth, so. Anyways, if you didn't know where we were, we're in the graveyard. There's usually a rare over there. I don't think that's him, though. No. Anyways, we are in the Scarlet Monastery graveyard, if you haven't seen this place before. It's a pretty fast dungeon. It's the lowest Scarlet Monastery dungeon. So, since it does go so fast, it's nice. You can usually get in and out in about 10 minutes. Oh, I wish I had some AoE. Oh, don't be attacking me. I didn't mean to hit you hard. I used to be a tank in Burning Crusade on my Paladin, which I never play anymore. And it was basically just because in Burning Crusade, rep Paladins were laughable, basically. If you told somebody you were a rep Pally, they laughed at you, and you pretty much never got invited to raids, and if they did invite you to a raid, they wanted you to be a tank or holy or something. Usually tank. That's what I bumped into a lot. First question they'd ask is, are you a tank? No, I'm ret. They're like, okay, it was nice talking to you. So I ended up tanking. And that was fun. We were doing Karazhan, Kara, whatever. Pretty much lived in Kara. And then Zul'Aman and stuff. That was all good. I didn't really do Black Temple till right before the end of Burning Crusade. And I actually did that on my Shadow Priest. I was kind of lucky. That was another thing too. Shadow Priests. Really, it was really hard to get into raids as a Shadow Priest. I didn't want to be a healer. So, you know, I had one spec, and it was back when you just had your single spec. Before dual spec. So, you know, my one spec on my priest was Shadow. I made him with the intention of being a Shadow Priest, and he was always a Shadow Priest, and that's what I rated as. So that was nice. I don't know why we're stopping right here. We could just wipe this guy out. Anyways, it was real nice. You know, I was lucky enough to get into a raiding group, well, actually a guild, raiding guild, that they're perfectly fine with me being a Shadow Priest. And that worked out great. Had some fun, and like I said, I didn't get into Black Temple till right towards the end of Burning Crusade. But I was still also tanking with my Paladin too at the time, so good times, good times. So anyways, we're on the last boss here. Pretty easy fight. I don't think he does anything special. He just stands there and you face roll him and kill boss, take loot. That's it. So almost done here. He's almost done. Oh, alright, there we go. Yay. And there's that offhand, which I don't need. Alright guys, so that was Scarlet Monastery Graveyard, and I'm in here with a Horde group, and enjoy. Talk to you later. See you.